Too Sharp. Been a while. New
Been a
studio.
while. New studio.
Here
I
we
haven't been
are.
to This one yet.
Thank you for coming in. We're
Thanks
doing
for
a little
having
bit
me.
more cash at this one. We're a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
like on the sofa kind of vibes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's nice. And like, first of all, congratulations,
Thank
Dad.
you.
Now
Yes.
it's long, isn't it? It's lovely.
It is.
It's lovely,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
it
long.
is. It's both. Yeah.
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 It's sort of like, and as they get older,
Yeah.
from a much older man, the it becomes 49-51% between like amazing and the worst. And like sometimes like my youngest
Yeah.
wakes me up now, who's 8. She will wake me up with force. She'll hit me, wake me up, and just say, "I don't want you to be asleep." 1 a.m, then rolls back over, goes back to
Yeah,
sleep like nothing
yeah.
happened. And that's the journey that we have because we did this.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, no one asked us.
No,
So
you know what I mean. Well,
to face it,
I hope we asked, but yeah. So what's been going on, guys?
nothing much, man. Just training at home.
Yeah,
Yeah. Been interrupted a little bit being here, but it's fine.
that's
It's
all
not a
right.
big
I mean,
deal.
like
It's
we
all right.
won't keep you long. No,
It's
I'm
all
not
right.
gonna. I'm not gonna.
No,
Don't worry.
I'm easy anyway.
Yeah.
I'm easy anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good.
So last time I think you were in was pre Heaney,
Was it?
whatever. I think it was about then. Maybe a little bit before that.
I think
But
a little
we've
before
chat.
that
I've
still.
seen you at shows and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. That's probably why I haven't.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that long, but
Exactly.
yeah.
But like, I mean, like that has caused issues in middleweight UK, right? Fact, right?
Yeah.
Bad night. Move on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like it
Yeah.
is one of those ones. Like he got his chance. He got his opportunity. Now it's moved on. Now we're kind of at the stage where you fight Brad and you win this. You get it outright this time, right?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
would have thought
don't
so.
know.
I know they don't really like giving them outright
Yeah,
that much,
exactly.
do they?
So,
They're
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit shady on
The
it.
goalpost always changes versus this and then it's that. So it's like wherever it is on a night. I mean, there's 3 other belts on the line. I mean, it'd be nice to be British champion again, but the Europeans on the line, which is a step forward, and
Yep.
obviously we've got the 2 international continental belts on the line. So
But those
I
are
get
like
to keep those.
those. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Those are like placeholders, though, aren't they? They're like a ranking
Yeah.
stabilizer.
Like if I'd never achieved anything in boxing and I was WO international champion, 30 years
I-
down the line, no one is going to introduce
It's not
me
bad,
as,
though, you know?
former WO international champ. No one's going to introduce me.
Yeah, I
as
know,
that.
but if you went a little bit mental and started walking down like Catford High Street
What,
with
with the
with
belt?
that with
Oh,
that
yeah, the
belt,
belt looks nice.
with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
belt,
yeah.
you'd be running
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
geez.
yeah.
Absolutely running it.
Yeah.
But like from if I was conspiratorially minded, if I loved a conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
So Frank
Yeah.
been smashing it, the boy.
He
Like,
has.
he's had a proper research lately.
He
right?
has. He has.
So if I'm going to step back as a fan and a
Mhm.
member of new media, obviously, because that's what we do now, right? You're number 2 WBO,
Mm-hmm.
right? Brad at the minute is number 4 or 5 WBA.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. We got number 1, obviously Dev's fave. What about Hamza?
Yeah.
Right? Hamza is either going to fight Lara, who's WBA champ. So rough night that can be a proper
I
rough
think
night.
he found Adamas.
Huh?
WBC champ.
Oh, he's going the other route
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Ah,
found
sick.
Adamas. I thought it would be quite hard to get Lara out of that PBC situation because they
Yeah.
everything in house. Yeah.
But the
I
thing
think
is,
he found Adamas.
That's a bad title to grab hold of. Because you want to bleed him. You want to let him just get older and
Yeah,
older
yeah,
and
yeah,
older.
yeah.
Because he'll swan song you out of nowhere,
Lara's,
you know?
Lara's, but I think everyone's looking at him like he's 41, so he's slowing down. And
Still risky.
He's risky, man. I
Still
think
risky.
he lives a clean life and he's able to compete for as long as he wants. He's one of those guys with like young blood, like a B Hop.
Yeah.
B Hop won a title at 49, I think.
Yeah,
I'm saying, so,
49.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
dangerous all the way till then. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got Peterbiev who's like 40 and they're still going strong. So it's how you look after yourself. I think
I'm
they're one of them
42,
guys-
bruv.
Yeah, you look good, man.
You know
I
what
thought
I
he's
mean?
32.
It's unbelievable. Right?
Yeah, the guys that got young blood, man, it's crazy.
But it lines you after this, Brad, when you've done it, right?
Mm.
I'm telling you, very open with him, Team Dens, right? When we had Linus in.
Appreciate that.
You remember that. You remember
Yeah,
that. We
yeah,
had
yeah.
both sides of it. I'm like, look,
Yeah, yeah,
Dens is
yeah,
my
yeah.
boy. I like you, Linus.
yeah,
you're
yeah,
my,
yeah,
you're my
yeah,
mate.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I viciously pick sides and I'll stick that way, right? But it puts you in with Lara,
Yeah,
Jenabek again, maybe.
yeah.
And then if Hamza does nick the WBC, which you got Jenabek, like Jenabek means more,
Yeah.
Lara means more.
Yeah.
WBC is the coolest belt for most people, but
Yeah.
like maybe you think they're I mean that they want him to be a world champion double quick, don't they?
100%. Obviously, they've picked who they feel like is the easiest champion out of the lot.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think there are any easy champions. I think Adamas is a good fighter. I mean,
Yeah,
they're all
he is.
beatable, but he's a good fighter, and they just tried to pick, the easiest champion out of the lot. So he was mandatory for Yanabek, but of course that's a dangerous fight.
Very
And he
dangerous fight.
doesn't really want to take that risk, does he? So
Do you
he's
think he
going-
could beat him?
I think he can beat him. I think Yanabek's very beatable, but I don't think he thinks he can beat him, which is why he's not taking that step. So they're probably going to offer Adamas more money to try and get him over and get that fight for him. But with Turkey and the Saudis and stuff, you're going to get paid anyway. It's
Yeah,
not like
fact.
you ain't got to worry about a fight that generates money or not, because
No,
they're going
it's
to pay
not
for what
about
they
that.
want to pay for. Yeah, exactly. So easy.
All right, so like in a few months' time, so they're saying February, aren't they, for him to fight for a world title on the Dan card, right? So he nicks a world title. I would imagine at that point, if he becomes world champion, unless they want to unify WBC and maybe that's what they want to do, then maybe you've got a choice again between Janabek and Lara.
Yeah,
I know you want that Janabek rematch.
I want a Janabek rematch. Yeah,
I know you do.
And I think I'm closest to that side with the governing bodies anyway. I mean, I'm more likely to become mandatory for that,
And that's two belts as well. He's IBF
it's two
champion
belts,
as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So beating Brad, on 7th of December, I think going into next year, I'll be closer to that fight than I would be to a Lara fight or anything else. But I don't think Hamza would fight me. I don't think I'm somebody who wants to fight me, being honest. I've heard him say if he wins a world title at this weight, he's moving up straight away. So
Yeah, see, but that's just a bit shit, honestly.
yeah, it
It is a bit shit because, like, look, the whole point of Queensbury from day one,
yeah,
right? I've always said the best nights are the Queensbury York Hall ones. Like your past couple,
yeah,
bumping. It's so good in there. Like
Yeah.
they're great fights. The guys you've never heard of, they're fighting like tooth
bringing
and
it.
nail.
Yeah.
They're amazing fights.
yeah,
The main event and the co-main is normally just absolutely and utterly banging.
yeah.
Like they're great shows. Frank has always been let them fight it out, right? He's less protective of it. But then when you see like the ones that are clearly being moved and navigated,
Yeah,
it's jarring.
it is, but I don't think that's Frank though.
No, I don't think so.
Of course, Frank's
but-
got to, he's got to do, a job for every one of his fighters. And if all these fighters have managers, and the managers kind of like, guide and dictate their career for the fighters, so you're not gonna get. So Frank might present to them, oh yeah, Denzel's there, and the manager might be like, no, we want to go this way, and Frank has to present that for them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So.
Yeah, but like,
So I think it's Team Hamza that don't really want to fight me, rather than Frank just moving them in another direction.
but at what point do we now have to do, like, because at some point it's going to be unification. Like, I'm not being funny, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know how you make 160. Like, I know, you know what I mean. Like, and Hamza's 6'3".
Yeah.
I understand him going to 168.
Yeah.
It's got to be on the cards for you soon as well.
I thought about it, but I'm in a very good position right now. At
Mate,
middleweight,
I
so.
look dead at 160. I don't know how you do it. You
You're
tower
quite wide,
over.
You're quite hench. You're
No,
quite
no,
hench,
I
you're
know, I
quite
know,
hench.
but like I'm like dead.
Yeah, I mean, look, it gets harder every time, but it's what it is, isn't it? This is the way I campaign now. I just have to make sure I do it correctly.
Yeah.
Like, there's no room for slip ups or making it wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I've messed myself up. I mean, like back in the day, I could afford to make it wrong once or twice and
Yeah.
still be able to, get through the fight. But now I can't afford to get it wrong. I'll be honest. But I thought about 168 before. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I thought about it before.
Mate, that £8 is going to be nice
Oh,
as well,
lovely.
isn't it?
Oh, it's gonna be lovely.
What are you going to do? You're going to just go £8 of just chill or £8 of hench? £8
No.
of just lats?
No, I'll probably try and put on good weight, like muscle and stuff. But yeah, that's when we get there.
Yeah. Title at 160 and then up.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe defend it a couple of times?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, well, that's where the money is in the defense, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So defend it a couple of times. If I can get unification bout, I'd love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually I'd like to, test myself at 168 still.
See, now, because what I thought, and like, Shy is obviously one of your biggest supporters as well.
Yeah, big up Shy, man.
When we were chatting months and months ago, because we're going to do the watch party
Yeah.
for the Fury Usyk one.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, let me just bung that button, right? Gosh, have that. Scan the QR code. Buy your tickets. Hopefully, Den's may be there. He may not be there. He's a regular at the parties. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they're a good laugh. But right, what I was thinking, because they were banging on about Hamza being out there, right? He took no damage at the Wembley card.
Yeah.
and they like him. I was kind of like, maybe we get Denz Hamza in December.
You know what? That was a discussion.
Was it?
Yeah, that was a discussion. That was said. But like I said, innit, both of us got to want the fight, not just one of us. So, but yeah, and that's why I was made manager for the EBU. Could have got that for the EBU on December 21st. But yeah, of course, he wants world title glory. So yeah, do your thing, man.
I really want you to have that EBU because if you remember, do you know the last time that you were in person, we got the text and the tweet to say Tyler was getting it. It was just like, it just,
I remember
like
that.
that was,
I remember that.
Getting you back into a bit of a smile mode for the next 10 minutes was a bit sour.
I remember that.
Oh.
I remember that. I was fuming. I said, I've been trying to get this belt for how long?
I'm like, we've been trying to get him in person for a bit, and he just sees a text and he's just fuming for a bit.
Yeah. My head was hot that day.
Yeah,
so,
it was fun. It was good. It was good. You're professional.
That's funny.
It's professional because you do all of this commentary now.
Yeah.
Right, you're getting ready. Don't worry about it. Right. So, is it? I mean, you know Hamza. You've sparred him. You've known him for. It's not going to be him, is it? It is the management team where they're just like they need to keep him undefeated for as long as humanly possible. Get him his title. Move it on. And that,
I mean,
do you think they just don't want it?
If he wanted to fight me, he could tell his team that make the fight, and they would do because they work for him essentially, innit? Like,
Yeah.
they can guide the career and stuff. That means his team don't think he can beat me neither. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I mean,
So-
yeah. I mean, I can
But
see why
that's
you'd
just-
be an absolute nightmare for him.
Yeah, but I mean, if he wanted to fight and he really felt like, nah, I beat this guy. Let me just do this and move on. We would have fought by now because this fight's been 3 years in the making. So
See, but even then, like the WBC champ, like he's not known.
yeah, he's not known.
He's not known. Of the champs, it's really only Janabek
And Lara.
that is known. Lara is known
The way
to-
below.
but to-
no
to-
one really
to- right,
realizes he
to-
is
to
a champ
us,
in that thing. Yeah.
to
boxing
people,
fans.
to people in the industry and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know Lara, right?
Yeah.
We've seen Lara. Lara arguably beat Canelo.
Yeah.
Lara's just beat up Danny Garcia, who he had no right to be at 160.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
I think they even made it a few pounds under this 160 limit. I
f-
think it was like 158, 157 or something like that.
But like
Still,
Lara's just that dude, isn't he?
Yeah,
Like
he is.
he's either gonna stink it up and win a decision, or somehow he just like knocks you out
Yeah.
in a weird way, and it's just like he's a
do what he needs
dangerous
to do to
fight.
win, Yeah, he is a dangerous fight. That's what I'm saying. Even with Adam, it's like you're saying, not really known in that. Whenever I tell people, yeah, Adam is a WC champion, they always say, who's that?
Yeah,
Pe-
but this
people
is
still
it.
think it's Charlo.
But that's exactly my point. Then if they're like, we're not going to spend too much on Hamza himself
Yeah.
because it's not about that.
Yeah.
But from a industry perspective and like like there's no one that's going to know the game better than yourself.
Yeah.
And you're in that division, and you've been 3 years now on and off doing the dance with Hamza.
Yeah.
What about Hamza? What about Hamza?
Yeah.
My favorite one was when when you literally Dev. What about Hamza? You just turned to him and just went, "What about Hamza?" Just sucked the energy right out the room, and it was a big feed as well. And he just went,
Oh, that was
yeah. I think I've gone too far on that one. That was a good one. That one, right? But you would surely, if the objective is to get him the notoriety and the #1 spot, Nick in the WBC, other than the prestige of the WBC, but they're all world titles. You know what I mean? Like if you got a WBA, you got we know them all.
No, but he's a what do you call it? A rising star, so to say. He's undefeated, carries himself well. You know, he's looked good in his last few performances. So even if he beats Adamas, the way that gets hyped up, that victory gets hyped up massively.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
what? Yeah, this is the next big thing. This is the next star, and blah blah. Blah. He's a world champion now, and Saudi are going to pay whatever they need to pay to get him what he needs to
Yeah.
get. So he's not worried about what's the biggest fight for me, what's going to push me on. He's getting paid.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
he's going to get paid already. What it might have even been the same for Janabek or Adamas. And he's thinking I might as well go Adamas then if it's the same.
Yeah.
And then if he beats Adamas, it's like, yeah, I'm a world champion now. I can do what I want. I can unify. I can move up. And he stamped in him in history. So I do get it, but from
It's not
a
how you're
fighter's
made, though, is
perspective-
it?
Yeah, exactly.
This is
yeah,
it because
yeah,
like
it's
if they give you option on all four belts,
yeah,
you're going for Janabek
yeah.
because we
You
all
beat
saw
him,
that.
That's it. You're
You're
the
it.
best. Yeah,
You're
you're it. Yeah.
you know that's
And he's got 2 belts. You're already a unified champion, and you just want to beat the best to be the best in it. You don't want to kind of blag your way to trying to be the best,
Mhm.
and then you're not. Because then when you get beat by someone you're not meant to be, it's 10 times worse than
Yeah,
it is.
of course it is.
So
Of course it is.
whatever, innit?
Mate, Mag 7.
Mm.
Right, let me just bung this up quick, right? for Sam's Discuss. On Saturday night, Shy Dwayne Hotshot Sinclair's joining us as well.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
Hotshot.
Maybe,
Big up Hotshot.
maybe Josh Boazzi, maybe Jesse Page. You never know with them two. They roll different, right?
Yeah.
So we're
I
going to
don't
be
know about
live on
Josh.
that.
He
Yeah,
don't, that guy don't come out.
Josh.
Yeah, I don't know about Josh.
Yeah, Josh is
He
he's
might
a
not
guy.
turn up.
Yeah, often is the case, right? So we're going to be doing a live watch along for that one. Now, we were going to be there to support Dens, but now, due to unforeseen circumstances, we are going to be a subsequent live watch along for the Mag 7 card. And then on the 21st of December, Riyadh season,
watch party.
the watch party, but we'll do that in a bit. But, right, Mag 7, best card of the year, to be honest. Like, it's huge.
It's a mad card.
It's
still.
a mad card, and you're headlining the mad card.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
how did that even come about? Was it just like, because, right, the fucked up thing was we had Brad in, and Brad was like, it was like that day
Yeah.
that he had been obviously offered whatever it was. And, you know, Sam and whatever, the Cornish Dons, right?
Oh, yeah.
They were Cornwalling with one another. I couldn't even understand them, right? Literally couldn't understand them, right? And he was just like, this is the biggest fight for the biggest belts like I've had. This is like, he's hyped for it.
Yeah.
And we were just like, right, say nothing. I don't want to know. I don't care if the cameras are on, off, whatever. Like, keep it where it is. And then when they all went, me and Sam was like who could it be? And like the only name that really it could have been, and it was just like, nah, what's Den's like fighting Brad? Like I didn't really get it. But now I'm like, this is big. This is an absolute marker for a world title.
Yeah.
Frank's already committed to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 belts on the line. Buzzing.
Yeah. But to be honest, I'm just more so happy that I get the box again this
Yeah.
year. But
You wanted to be out in
I don't
December,
think
innit?
I didn't find. Yeah, I want to be out this year anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't find out at the same time Brad did. I found out like a lot later.
Did you?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what went wrong or whatever, but I found out the day before they announced it, and I was like, let's go then, innit?
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Just like, all right, yeah, go on. And what are you doing on the in December? You're
No,
like,
they asked me like, what tickets you want for the show? I said, what show? I'm not boxing.
Are you serious?
I ain't been told.
How did that
And
happen?
they
What,
called us
were
and
they
they were
doing
like,
faxes or
ain't
something?
no one told you. I'm like, no, but what is it? What's going on? Oh yeah, you and Brad.
Did your team know?
Actually, no one knew. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever, innit? Yeah, let's do it. Are you gonna be ready? I said, I'll be ready. I want to box anyway, but whatever. Then I get a call like a couple hours later. I took a nap. Woke up, finished training,
Classic.
and then like
I'm not gonna
my
lie.
manager
I
phoned me.
thought you might have turned up about 4 o'clock today, and I got a text. And I got a text which was I had to have a nap in the car for a bit.
Yeah, no. Then I got my manager phone me that yeah, then you know you're headlining that car, and I'm like, oh shit, swear. All right, cool. All right, cool. That's the cherry on top of it.
That is the cherry on top.
Because I thought that is, and then they announced it the next day, and I was like, oh right, look at this card. This card is. I didn't know who was on the card.
It's crazy.
I thought Joe Joyce was headlining it, to be honest.
I think he was supposed to.
He was supposed to, yeah. And
But then he had that interview where he stopped working, and I think maybe the medical professionals have just like, maybe Geezer.
he said he stopped working.
Mate,
Yeah,
did you, like-
blanked out mid sentence? I thought, what's going on? Like, yeah.
Just froze.
He just
It was like someone
froze.
hit pause on him.
Yeah. Mad.
Like we
Mad.
shouldn't.
Never
Maybe,
seen nothing like it. Still.
do you know what? On YouTube, there's like Shaq doing it. There's NBA players doing it
swear
all the
down.
time. It's like a thing, and I'm just sitting there watching. Like, is this like? Are they being controlled by someone? What
that's
is
all
going on?
mad.
Yeah, so I think maybe that they went. Oh, we probably shouldn't do that. But it's like Tevin Farmer this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Should he be fighting this boss side? Like his eyes are like.
But they've always been like that, though, innit?
I know, but like.
They've always been like that. But I don't know. If he's doing the Mac medicals and he's passing his eye test, then
this
yeah.
is
But
what
I know
I'm
exactly what you
saying,
mean.
like,
It's a bit mad.
You look at that and you just go,
But then you keep looking at his eyes in the fight, he might trick you with them. You think he's looking there and he's looking right at you and he's shooting a shot. So you might just not want to look him in the eyes,
can't
innit?
tell they're fucking everywhere. You know what I mean? Respect to him, but like,
Yeah, it's a bit mad still.
right. Are you a little bit gutted that I didn't do a mustard roll neck and brown blazer like Simon did the other day on Talksport? Because that was a big look. Did you walk in there and go huge?
I walked in, I thought he was going to grill me.
Yeah.
I
Is
was
it a
thinking-
bit intimidating with
Yeah,
Jordan?
like, not really intimidated. I was just thinking, all right, just get ready. He's going to try and stick it on you.
Yeah,
Just
he's gonna
get-
say
yeah,
at
he's
least
gonna say something. Yeah,
eight
yeah.
words that I have no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I thought, all right, cool. Just be ready. Be
Yeah.
on your toes, then. This ain't gonna be no smooth rolling podcast interview, wherever it is. Like he's gonna draw you out at some point.
Yeah.
And when he didn't, I was more surprised that he didn't. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I did as
was
well.
like-
I think
was like, you know
maybe
what, you're
he
kinda cool
understood.
still.
He's all right.
He's all right still.
It is funny though, like to see you next to Spencer, because there's certain angles
Yeah.
where like your sheer head is just like it's like a Doberman and like a Jack Russell, and Spencer's an absolute G, and he just swags past you like yeah, and you're just like you're weirdly little, but
He's proper little.
he's
innit?
proper little,
Yeah, he's short.
and this is me,
Yeah.
the Schmedium King. Like
You're not that small. You're
no,
you're
that's
quite
fine, that's fine,
wide,
that's fine.
man.
That's
You're
fine.
hench.
Yeah, I'm fucking huge. Fucking huge. Right. On that, they did bring up something that I wanted to talk to you about, which I was very annoyed about, which is Junior.
Oh yeah.
Right. He's funny
He is.
and he is fun,
He
right?
is.
And I love the level of delusion that he rolls with,
Yeah.
right? And why is he still number one in these lands? Why is he? Because I'm going to be honest. You drop him back down to British level now, right? When I say drop, I mean that in parentheses, because I
Yeah.
don't really believe that at all. He don't beat you. I don't think he beats Brad. He
Yeah.
doesn't. He definitely doesn't beat. I don't think he beats any one of the top five. I
Yeah,
reckon Linus pieces him up.
Yeah.
I think English champ pieces, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't see the hype, but obviously he's got his dad's name. He's done a bit. Like,
He's done some. And
But
like,
yeah, I don't see him as a world level fighter either. Still, to be honest, I mean,
do you think he's got the IBO now, isn't he?
if you want to count that, if I had that IBO, I'd be walking around calling myself a world champion as well. So
Obviously, you have to. I'll call myself a world champion with the replicas.
But yeah, I mean, to win that 3 times and actually he's never actually fought for a real world title in his weight class.
That's what
He fought for one at a weight above against George Grove
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they were in a tournament together or whatever.
Yeah, it was in Super 6, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. But he could fight Janabek within the click of her fingers.
Of course he can.
It doesn't need to be mandatory, even though he was ranked number 1 with the W at the time.
Yeah.
But I just keep to think, I don't know what it is with these rankings, especially on like BoxRec. I think it's just like a it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a popularity contest.
Yeah, but
Whoever's the most popular is number
but
1.
it can't be no more, though, you know?
But that's what it is on like these BoxRec rankings. I just feel like whoever's more popular or sells at the shows or is the bigger, he's their number 1. Because I don't get it. Because BoxRec have him number 1, albeit it's in the country. But I don't know where he's ranked in his governing bodies, to be honest, though.
Oh, Eubank.
Yeah.
He's going to be ranked highly, isn't he?
Yeah, fair enough.
He's going to be ranked like
But
it's going
what,
to.
for beating Zerameta? I mean, listen.
You know, Zerameta weren't that long ago that he was IBF mandatory, and then did we see Triple
Because he was the
G
European champion, isn't it?
assault him and beat him up with jabs?
Exactly.
Like literally dropped him with jabs. Like
Yeah.
Zerameta's tough,
It's tough.
and you know what? Right, I know he got that stoppage. And I know he always does that same thing. I wanted to do rounds. I've been out the game for so long,
That's a
so
lie.
long,
No
so long.
fighter in the world
You
wants to
never
do
want to
rounds.
do rounds,
No.
right? When you come out and you drop that dude as hard as he did,
Yeah,
and then
you
he
gotta
gets up,
finish
you got to. But then he started to get pieced up, didn't he?
Start getting hit with some stupid
Yeah.
shots. I'm like, are you dumb?
Yeah, because he just wanted
Put him
it.
back- yeah, but he hasn't got the same sort of aggression that he used to have. You know, you better just
Yeah,
throw
the
like a
ferocity.
30, yeah, he ain't
The
got same
ferocity. He just
ain't
wanted
got
to
it.
just swarm you, didn't he?
Yeah, but now he's like he's a little more relaxed, and I just think that makes for an easier fight for anybody that fights him.
I don't think they do though.
Yeah,
I think he does the Ben fight
yeah.
because he's gonna get quite like that's gonna be a turkey sitting there. Shout out Mr. Alashake. He's gonna sit there and he's gonna say, "Yeah, headlined like
yeah.
name it. It is. I want to see this."
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then they'll do the most epic trailer of all time. They'll probably invent time
100%.
travel just to get the dads fighting again or some nonsense. Like they'll go in.
Yeah, they'll go.
Right. What else do you do from that? You don't do anything.
No, you don't. He's made that money. That's really his chance to retire after that. But I think he might try and go for a world title after that.
Yeah, but with who? And at what weight? He's too small for 168. He's kind of too big for 160.
He is. But I think if Hamza beats Adamas, they might still want that fight. So
I'm fairly sure they must have had that handed out to him a few times. They must, the junior camp must have had Hamza offered to them.
yeah, of course they have. Of course they have. But right now it's like, for what? They feel like they are bigger profile, bigger name than Hamza. So all they're doing is him a favor.
Yeah.
He probably pieces him up as well. Be honest,
Fact.
Hamza pieces him up. So it's like you're doing Hamza a favor to steal your name. So they want as much money from it as possible. And if they can get a world title on the line, then he can kill two birds with one stone. If he beats Ben, he gets Hamza for the WBC world title and the most money he would have got for that fight. And then that's two big paydays back to back. And then he can probably retire. What's he like, 34, 35 now?
Yeah, he's gonna be 35, 36.
Yeah, exactly. So
Answer me this though: what would it take to get you to straighten your hair like Connor did the other night?
nothing.
Come on now, there's
Nothing.
Mr. Alashake says
There's no. He looked like I've watched it. It was in the studio.
he looked like the vampire in Brooklyn. That's what he looked like.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Oi, Conor Ben is funny. Come up with a leather jacket as well.
Leather,
just to top it
leather
up."
shirt, leather jacket.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, cool. He means it today." I didn't even know where that came from because the day before, when he saw
So
Eubank
happy
at
with
the
it.
weigh-in,
the
he had
roll.
cane rolls on. Yeah, he had cane rolls, and then all of a sudden it's just put on.
Just fun, just relaxed it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I would love to have a day in the life of
Conor Ben.
Connor.
Probably is mad interested.
Well, I reckon he's at whatever supermarket he goes for, he's going to start shadowboxing in the self-checkout camera, right? Start doing an interview, telling anyone can get it. I'll bang him out. And he's going to carry on like nothing happened.
Yep, pay for his stuff and walk out.
What a man.
Yeah.
Run me through the fight with Brad.
What do you mean?
Well,
What you want to
right.
know?
What I want to know is you're what I like to, and you always have been a fighter's fighter,
Yeah.
right? The record is irrelevant. The fights are what matter,
Yeah.
and like that you are Queensbury through and through in that regard, right?
Yeah.
Brad is so Brad beat Heaney.
Mm-hmm.
Heaney, this is ridiculous boxing maths, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Heaney got one over on you, but that in my opinion, you know, like anyone that knows you, anyone that's ever seen you fight before, that was just probably the worst night for you in the ring
Yeah.
for a performance, and probably the best for him.
Yeah. Definitely.
It was the complete opposite end of what happened, right?
Yeah.
You watch that and you just like, this is like whatever, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brad probably won the first time. I think it was thin.
Yeah.
It was thin, but
Like
other than the champion, I don't want to say selling tickets and all of that stuff. I don't want to say that. But I'm saying
I
like,
just think in the first fight, Brad just got it going too late.
yeah,
So that gives you a chance to kind of let rounds slip. But he did finish stronger. And if he'd won that, I would have thought that was fair.
yeah.
But yeah.
But again, as a fan and someone that's seen both you fight a lot of times,
Yeah.
trying to put it on you in the way that he does not bode that well, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously an elite middleweight. He's obviously got power, etc., etc. But he doesn't have that like shocking Triple G, like knock you cold power.
Yeah.
So that again, that doesn't bode well, right? So if he's gonna just try and come out, pressure and put it on, I can see it going a little bit badly. I can see it going.
I don't think he would do that though.
But
if he does,
yeah, but what other choice? He can't outbox you. He can't outrange
gonna
fight
have to
you.
just
He
try
can't
and do
box
his best.
punch you. You know, he's gonna have to try and do his best.
Yeah, no, I mean like in the most respectful way possible
because he's a
if
lovely
you've seen
guy.
me fight, okay, cool. Everyone thinks you jump on me and you get me out of there. Like they watch the Cash fight and whatever.
What, look, years and years and years ago.
But you look at it, and I heard this stat after my last fight. 13 of my fights have finished in the first 3 rounds.
Fact.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you think it's wise to try and jump on me early?
Mate,
Do you know what I mean?
We had to look away from the Derek one because
That was mad
that one was like,
That was mad still.
oh,
Yeah, that was my most devastating knockout.
a fact.
Yeah.
Fact. That was one of the ones where it happened, and we all just went, "Oh, is he all right?"
Yeah, that was mad still.
Yeah.
That was very mad still.
Yeah.
But then you look at that and then it's like you have to come up with a game plan to just be like, how do I avoid that? And that's by not rushing in.
Yeah, fact. But
The only one that that ended up in a brawl rather than an actual knockout in that sense was Morrison.
Yeah,
Morrison fought start fast. Cool, I went with him, and he
Yeah.
just ended up getting battered for 3 rounds after that.
that was another one. That
Like,
was another one. That
So
was
it's pick your poison, really.
it was a bloodbath. That
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That
yeah.
one. He was slashed. He it was everything.
Yeah,
That one.
It's like, and then give him credit. He wanted to continue, but it was only going to get worse.
Ah, mate. No,
So
no,
it's
no,
like
we-
it could be, if depending on his start, if he wants to start fast, whatever, it can go like any one of those 2 fights, like the Derek fight or the Morrison fight. It can go like any one of those 2 fights.
Yeah.
If he wants to start fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, pick your poison, innit?
love the confidence. Like it's just like I know,
No, I'm just
you know what I
being
mean. Like
I mean, a fight's a fight. Anything
It's
can
a fight's a
happen.
fight,
We all
yeah,
know
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah,
anything
of
can
course.
happen. You know what I'm saying? But like, you just look at, you know, my performances and what I've done and stuff.
so it's just a fantastic fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
It's another fantastic fight for the British title.
yeah,
right?
definitely.
I hope that they give it to you after you get it, like because it's due. You know what I mean?
I know, but I thought I had it after the Kieran Smith fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I was gassed about it then. And when I found out it wasn't, it was like, I'm over it, brother. I can't keep running around.
Do you know who I feel a little bit sorry for?
Who?
Kieran Conway. Like,
Nah, forget that guy, man. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
like he's had a little bit of a political mandatory job just sat on him, and it's just like, geez, like you'll get your turn.
Yeah, just wait in line, man.
It won't be with you.
He gets the Commonwealth anyway, so that's something that you can kind of like.
It's a bit sus that belt, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it is a little bit like if the European one is
Yeah.
it, like you have that for the prestige of just saying I am the
Yeah,
champion of my
yeah, yeah.
continent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Not my country.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say probably a British title means more, or it's harder to get than I don't know.
I think it is.
Because like the EBU champs, they're always like some Croat that no one's ever heard
yeah,
of.
Like a foreign, like
Yeah, some French dude has
Italian
had it.
The Italian guy that was like 42.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas like the British title, you're fighting
Yeah,
a hungry dog, like a hungry young lion that's gonna come and, you know, they want to move forward in their career, or they've always dreamed about having that belt because
the
obviously
British
we're all British and
title
stuff.
is everything.
Yeah, it is a hard belt to get still.
Speaking of, right, we don't have to go in depth with it, but I've watched our boy Dan's fight
Yeah,
a few times.
yeah.
Is it Liberty?
Yeah, I don't know what the judges were scoring, to be honest. And obviously Dan's my bro, like
Yeah,
it's-
like you
it's
two
Dan
are
versus
family.
everyone.
Yeah.
It's Dan versus like anyone. But like I know Louis and he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's helped me out in
It's
sparring.
not
and
about
stuff.
him.
So it's nothing to do with
Yeah.
him. I'm not mad at him. You've done your thing, well done.
Fact.
But with the judging and stuff like that,
It was crazy.
I don't know what they were looking at. To be honest, I don't know what they were scoring, and I would like to know what they were scoring,
Yeah.
so it can make sense to me. Because even when I watched it back, the dynamic of the fight was Dan's moving forward, Dan's landing better shots.
Right.
His jab was dominant.
That what the super Dan, the super Dan jab.
Yeah,
That was busting him
dominant.
up as well.
And he weren't rushing in. He was
No.
patient. It wasn't vintage Dan that you used to see, and I'm gonna stick all over you. It was calculated Dan.
Yeah.
Louis and them that were ready for that. That's why they were on the back foot all day. They all
Yeah.
were looking for uppercuts and shots for Dan to lean into, and they probably got it off once or twice in the fight.
Yeah, I counted.
than
I
that-
counted 3 uppercuts.
Yeah.
Like in the entire fight.
No, yeah, exactly.
The entire fight. Like Louis, he was switching, but doing nothing with the switch.
He was switching because
Right.
he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to gauge Dan. It's like
Right.
this guy's coming forward, but he's not like I think he was. Let me switch and see if he will bite.
Yeah.
Okay, switch back. Will he bite? And Dan's not biting.
No.
Dan was just controlled. Only the last round, Louis had a bit of fun and was doing woo, making
Yeah,
Dan
but
miss.
that was what was even weirder, right? Because the entire fight, you're watching this and like, he's had a point taken away for a start, right?
Yeah,
From effective aggression's point,
yeah,
Dan was the one controlling the fight,
yeah.
right? Louis was using his length pause, right?
Yeah.
And just literally he wasn't doing anything.
Wasn't doing
Like,
anything.
If I'm doing this to you and Dan's not doing anything and then just lands one cracking jumping jab,
And it just
the
pops your whole head back.
head goes back, bust your eye,
Yeah.
mouth, everything.
Jabs to the body were dominant. Like boom,
Right.
you sinking them in.
Every time that he wasn't holding on for dear life, Dan was the one working on the inside.
100%.
Right? Every single part of that fight was Dan.
Who was Dan?
And then he like Louis comes out in the last round acting like he's won.
Yeah, and I'm
His
like,
corner are telling him in between rounds, they're like, you got to do something on this. It was mad.
yeah, it was mad. I think even in that last round, not to make any excuse for anyone, Dan was saying he got a cramp in his leg.
Yeah.
So like he just like when he was trying to up the pace, he couldn't do it effectively. But I'm like, I'll be honest, I didn't even think you needed to.
No.
Like the way
But
you were
that's it.
boxing, the way you was boxing was perfect for that style. You didn't need to rush into Louis. You was popping your jab at him, hitting him with good shots.
Yeah.
Like, and when he was holding, you was working in the inside, and he was just moving around. He was being forced back. He wasn't boxing back. He was being forced
That's
back.
the whole point. At an absolute, if you were very, very kind, very
Yeah.
kind, 8-4. Very kind.
I think even Josh came and was like, going into the 9th round, he had it 7-1
There you go. With a point deduction.
with the point deduction.
It's crazy.
With a point deduction, yeah, I even forgot about that with the point deduction.
But then like from it's brazen because for Dan's now what is he? He's lost, drawn, lost,
Yeah,
right? So you've gone from Commonwealth, European, and British champ.
Southern area, English,
Yeah,
Commonwealth,
like, yeah,
European,
but-
British,
but
yeah,
all
yeah,
at
yeah.
once,
All-
like,
yeah.
Biggest fight. Yeah, you lost to Mr.
Boatsi.
Boatsi. It is
Cool.
what it is, right? Draw. It's hard to get up for that fight.
Mhm.
It's in Crystal Palace. Like it was that. It was a bad fight. It was a bad style
Yeah,
clash.
yeah.
It was the whole lot. These
Yeah.
things happen. Then you go for this now. Like
It's hard, isn't it? You kind of think, where'd you go? Like my last
Yeah.
few fights, I ain't had a win in 3 fights, and it's just like, what the hell? And obviously, he's not the youngest person in the world, so he is getting on. And you do got to think about how you want to end your
Was he
career.
34?
35 now,
35. Okay.
might be 34 actually. Yeah, I think he's 34.
He's 34,
Yeah,
35.
34,
Whatever.
yeah,
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 we
yeah,
are. We
34.
can't be all like young and sprightly like you
Yeah, yeah.
guys.
I mean, I'll be 30 soon anyway, so it's not even like I've got
30
long.
soon, you
Yeah.
know.
But it's like he's probably obviously thinking, obviously you want to end your career in a high, like where do you
Mm.
want to go? But then it's like he's just got to come back, innit?
Yeah.
He's got to find whether it's gone or not. I don't know. But he's got to find that hunger and that kind of motivation to finish his career on a high. Do you know what I'm saying? And we'd all love to see that because Dan's put a lot into the sport. He's given us some good nights, and we want to see him be rewarded for it, don't we? So
Dan's one of those dudes that he's made it in spite of.
yeah.
Like, that's why people love Dan.
yeah.
Because in spite of promoter nonsense, in
Yeah.
spite of
Yeah.
like he's that.
Yeah.
Do you think he's too big for 168? You think you could do 168?
100%. He's too big, man. Especially now I'm in the gym with him. I've seen how he cuts the weight, and he's not making 168.
Really?
He's not making 168. It'll be very hard. It will take a lot out of him,
Yeah.
pretty much. Especially
not worth it.
especially at this age now. Like
It's not worth
if
it.
he'd done it when he was younger, trying it when he was younger, like when he first turned over and stuff, it might be a bit different. But you know, the older you get, you don't want to be cutting weight. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not really safe. I mean, the older you get, you usually move up in weight. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think about tomorrow night?
What's tomorrow night? Oh yeah, the Latino Lat show, isn't it?
No. This
What's tomorrow? It's
Tyson
tomorrow's
and
Friday.
Jake.
Is that tomorrow?
It's
On
tomorrow.
a Friday?
Latino night. Well, like Latino
That's a
night.
Saturday.
That's. I mean, I reckon it'd be a good
I
night
forgot
to
what
be
day it
honest.
was today. I'm bugging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Friday. Jake Paul and
Mr. Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Right? I'm the same.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like
I'm not
I know Sweet Sammy J is going to be fuming about this because he wants clips, but like I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Like if we see Tyson destroy, we should.
Yeah.
If we see Jake Paul do it, it'll be like seeing Santa Claus get just.
Yeah.
You don't want to see
It's
it.
like then Jake Paul's gonna start acting like
he's the man.
yeah, and
Like
it's
you, no.
yeah, just get Tommy Fury back in there to beat him again, and then
Yeah.
see how he feels about that. But you're fighting someone that's 58 years old,
Yep.
smokes a lot of weed, and doesn't train.
And mushrooms.
And come on, man, he's not like a 60-year-old that's kept himself in shape and he looks
No.
after himself. And even if he was, I still wouldn't advise anyone to go in there at that age.
Nah.
I think probably B Hop is in good shape, and I'm probably what's the point?
B Hop, like he's like
He's an alien.
he's a real alien.
Yeah, he's an alien.
Right, he's a real alien. Like even now,
Yeah,
I reckon he could go to.
he probably could.
He's gonna do. If they said to him, "Do you want to fight Jake?" He'll do it.
Yeah, and he
I
probably
want to
beat him
see
up.
Bellew do it. I want to see them give Bellew the opportunity.
Belly probably won't take it.
I think Bellew will.
Oh, you think he will? Yeah, maybe.
Have you seen Bellew doing his underwear ads?
No.
Oh mate, it's so sad. Like you know what? Like no.
Oh, this is the man that wanted to disappear, isn't it?
Tone is a G, right? I actually really like Tone.
Yeah,
And as a fighter, he was a great fighter,
yeah,
right? Even at the peak of his physical, just the summit of his physicality,
yeah.
the geezer had no abs.
Yeah.
He had the
Yeah.
terrible body
Even when he was
genetics.
like light heavyweight.
Yeah,
he had no
exactly.
shit,
Like
yeah.
he can crack, he can move, all
Yeah.
of that stuff. He's not body beautiful.
Yeah.
So seeing him do underwear ads for step one, where he's got a t-shirt tucked into his pants,
That's a bit mad.
it's a lot. It's a lot. But like, I would like to see him just at 41 without training just come out and just
But then Jake Paul
bang
ain't
him
as
out.
bad as we all think though, because Anderson Silva was someone that used to fight. He was quite active. He beat Charles. Yeah, he was that 47, but he beat Chavez Jr. Right? Julius Cesar Chavez Jr.
Chavez Jr.
I know,
That's
he's not-
another one, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
Chavez Jr.
It is, but then it's like this is someone that was active. You know, he was fighting to at whatever level he was fighting at, whether he would have beat a Southern Area champion, we don't know. But Jake Paul beat him. So what makes you think Tyson's going to beat Jake
Right.
Paul?
So despite the significant heft difference, because you're about the same height, I think Jake's 6'1", 6'2", you're 6'1", 6'2",
I'll be a little shorter than that.
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit shorter.
I'm
yeah.
trying to be nice, right? You think
Boxer got me at 5'10", so I don't know what's going on.
Have they?
Yeah, I don't know how.
5'10"? You ain't 5'10".
There's no way in
There's
the world
not
I'm
5'10",
There's no way in the world I'm 5'10".
right?
But yeah.
Would you like? Yeah, obviously, you're gonna take that fight, and obviously you're gonna take that fight, and you're just gonna put it on
Who's
Jake.
Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Oh my days. Is that even fair?
What if? All right. What if Frank phones you, right? Old Frank, not Frank Jr. Just says, Denzel, got something for you.
Yeah.
Mr. Alashake wants you versus Jake Paul.
Yeah, let's do it.
You've got to be middleweight.
as well.
You've got to make 160.
And he can make whatever.
He's got to be heavyweight.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. Let's do it. I don't give a fuck. Let's do it.
Straight in, no
Yeah,
big deal.
Might as well.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not at that point?
Yeah, why not, man?
Denz, you're an absolute bad man. I cannot wait to see you out in December.
It's not
Right.
long, man. 3 weeks.
And if you are about, I'll see you at the watch party.
Yeah. I should be about, unless they got me working on TNT again. But
Yeah, but they'd have
If
to
not,
fly you
come
out to Riyadh, wouldn't they?
no, we do it from the studio. yeah.
Say to them.
Nah, they got their team out in Riyadh. They got all Bunsey and whoever else is out there. So I'll be in the studio. I've been doing all of them from the studio, to be honest.
I know. You're really good at it.
I'm doing all right. Innit?
Yeah,
keep
you're
saying
really
I'm
good at it.
I always think, like, how did I do? I swear that I always
That's
think I'm
why I
chatting shit.
always text and message you to say that was good.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
because
yeah,
like
that's true, yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter because
Yeah.
afterwards when you actually get people that actually say no that was decent.
Yeah. Then I'm like, oh, what was it? Yeah, people enjoyed it. That's good. So I appreciate that. But
They need-
sometimes
they
I swear,
need to
I
get
always think,
Frotch
was I
again.
chatting shit? I'll be
No,
like,
they need to get you and Frotch again
yeah.
because you and Frotch
Oh, yeah, with the Jake
was
Paul one.
vibes with him because like he is the saltiest man on the planet. Like
he's funny. Like he knows what he's doing it on purpose. Like he
Of course
wants
he
to
is.
cause a reaction on people.
of
like,
course he is.
You know, like people just think, oh, his head's up his ass. And no, he might think a bit of himself, but trust me, he's so cool. But when he wants someone to bite, he's gonna make you bite.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's gonna make you bite. Still, I like Frotch. Working with him was a good experience.
He's
So,
another one. He's weirdly big,
massive, innit?
right?
I met him and I shook his hand and he kind of gave me a firm handshake. Like, I felt like I was dating his daughter and he's looking at me like, you all right?
He's so wide, isn't he?
You know, he gives you that handshake.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm her dad.
Yeah.
Like, what you saying? And I was like, all right, easy, bro. I ain't trying to fight you, bro.
Yep.
You're tired. And as the day went on, like, started asking questions and we kind of eased into it. And then I thought, bro, you're massive.
Yeah, he is.
Like, pause. And I thought, wow, like how did you make 168? He's like, he's walking, he's 14 stone now at the time when
Yeah.
I saw him. And he had no fat on him.
No, it's just like he's
Crazy.
big, but
He's
he's
tall.
wide.
He's tall and he's wide. Like, he's
Yeah.
quite broad. Yeah.
I used to train at the same gym that's with Uncle Larry and him.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
I
mad.
when I was like 25, when he was at British level at super middle,
Yeah.
right? He used to be at the fight club with Larry and I,
Oh, mad.
right? And the owner of it's like, do you fancy going in there and doing a few rounds? And I'm like, absolutely
No,
not.
yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's so cool, but
Yeah.
he's funny. But I was like, 14 stone, you like you got no fat on yet. He looks like he's still walking around close enough to the super middleweight limit.
You know my boy.
I'm like,
You know my
you're a
boy
big
does
guy.
does at least 10 rounds a day that he films and watches. And probably just has a little something. Just probably puts it on the tent, like he just goes like this. He just gets the family round.
Yeah.
Everyone just say, look, this is what got me to 80,000 Wembley Stadium. All of these
Yeah,
belts around
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, 100%. Nah, he's good people though. But that was a funny day.
That's a
I
good one.
think he smashes up Jake Paul as well. To be honest, if he gets that,
They
fight.
won't let that. See, this is it. They're going to be very careful because unless you're a mega name like Mike, right?
Yeah.
There is no bigger name,
There is no bigger
right?
name.
Everyone on the planet knows Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. Doesn't matter if you're a boxing fan,
100%.
you know those names.
100%.
Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. Give me a F1. Lewis Hamilton, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Federer.
From that era,
Yeah, like
you got the three Michaels.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson.
yeah, that's it.
Everyone knows them.
Shout out Mike Jackson.
Yeah. Like everyone knows him. Like you said, Lewis Hamilton, maybe a newer
Yeah,
generation, everyone knows about him.
But Mike knows him, and it
Mike Tyson,
transcends
yeah.
generations.
Don't have to watch boxing to know
No.
Mike Tyson. You know Mike Tyson.
He's
It's
there.
crazy, isn't it?
That's it. You,
Mad.
but not only do you not know it, you know him from The Hangover.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
him
yeah,
from podcasting. You may even know him from like having a little tickle with Hezbollah, right? You know what I mean? But you know him.
Yeah.
Everyone knows him.
Yeah.
So unless you're that level of name, that's how they've got him. They're
Yeah.
not going to let him go near Bellew.
Because that'd be the first fight or card to ever be on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's big moves.
Yeah.
Netflix must have paid a bag of money to get that on
Fact.
their thing.
Fact.
Are they charging extra for it or it comes with a subscription?
They're going to charge extra.
Is it?
Of course they
I'm
do.
definitely not watching it then.
Or maybe we do a little. Maybe we find a link or something. So I've
But nah,
actually.
I'd watch the card though. The undercard. I know they got some good fights in there, and then you got obviously Amanda Serrano and Kate Taylor.
It's a good fight.
It's so mad. I'll probably do something like watch that and then turn it off.
Yeah, well, but then you've come that
Might as well,
far.
yeah,
You
no.
may as well see
That's
what
why
happens.
I'm not watching it all. I'm just going to bed because it's gonna come on at mad hours anyway. I'm in camp. I can't afford any more
No.
late nights. Not this close to a fight.
No.
'Cause it would just rattle my routine. So I'm definitely not watching it.
I'm going to keep it up the sleeve because if Latino Night is absolute doo doo, then I'll put that on and we'll have that one up there
Yeah.
whilst Latino Night's there or there, and we'll just do that as well. We'll just like get a little bit of triple content going on
Yeah,
because
might
this
as
is what
well.
it's all about, you know.
But yeah, that's that mad time, mad hours as well, isn't it?
What?
Latino night. It's
No,
in
Latino
America.
Night's chill. No, Latino Night's in Riyadh.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, calm. Yeah, calm.
See, this is what I'm saying, and it's free if you've got DAZN.
yeah.
Right? It's just like you don't have to pay for the zone. It's free. It shows you how bad
got
that
you.
card is. Right? It shows you like how much that's not selling. That one's not selling. Like, I can say that as a member of New Media, right? But that's clearly they're
Yeah,
struggling
yeah.
to get tickets out the door on that one.
Yeah, that's had like the least kind of coverage. I mean, that's probably one of the fights that people have been least excited for. Because I'm on my life, I keep thinking the next Riyadh card is Fury Usyk.
Nah,
These times won this weekend.
this
But,
weekend.
Yeah, man, happy for Chris Billy Smith that go out there and try and unify the division. So that'll be good for him.
Yeah, and like there are good fights on there.
I don't even know. Oh yeah, that's what Zepeda and
Zepeda-
Tevin
there's
Farmer on.
There's a geezer on that card who's fighting for he's unifying the WBA WBC minimum weight,
Minimum.
right?
weight.
Minimum weight, you know,
Jesus.
right? And his name,
Go on, what's his name?
Knockout CP Freshmart. That's his name.
That's got to be a made up name, man.
Obviously. He's like some little Thai dude where it's like Tanawak Bananganangang, right? So they've gone for CP Knockout Freshmart, Knockout
enough.
CP Freshmart.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? It's
Why
a
not?
like it's a decent card. Zepeda's on there. He's always fun to watch.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Zepeda's, yeah, that'd be a good fight for him, and it's good to see what Tevin Farmer's got left in him as well. Anyway, so
Also, respect to that clip of his missus, like telling him keep
Yeah,
his
keep
head
his
up.
chin
Like
up,
that's
yeah.
what you want.
that
Like,
is, yeah, that
as I
is
sit in my 1-bed basement flat after a divorce, like, I know. We can only hope on that. Den's on that note, mate. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Always, always.
Nice one.